Hi, I'm Dobby. Today I'm going to be showing you simple steps on how to make wooden shingles and shakes, or also known as roof tiles. So we've got a round of oak here. Key to this is you want nice straight grain with no knots in it, and it depends on the size. I was going about this length, but there's too many knots, it's too wavy. So we're aiming at shingles around the sort of, around a foot, just under a foot. Oh. So we're using a very heavy splitter. We're going to quarter this. We're going to take all the cambium sapwood off the edges, and then we're going to use the froe with a homemade bee tool, nice and heavy, to split it into even tile shapes. Okay. So we've got the sapwood coming here. This is a lot softer, open to woodworm and rot. So the key to this is we need to chop all of this off first of all, and then we've got the nice heartwood here, and that's what we make the tiles from. Off. Turn it round, because when we're splitting wood it usually splits out, so there's a little bit more here to do. So we've got mostly heartwood. I mean, there's a bit of sapwood on there still, but we'll leave that and we just chop that off afterwards with an axe. So we find the right plane. We've got one large one there. Okay, they're going to be nice, so we can go for that. We can work our way round like this, or we could work our way round from this side this way, but I will take this one here because I'm going to get more shingles from it. So frow comes in at about 20-25 millimeters. One oak natural tile. That goes over in our pile. Now the thing is, sometimes it will split out slightly, so you want to take it at about 25 mil. If you're unlucky and you've got the grains running away from you, it might split out, but that's just, we go a little bit more generous than we might usually want. One more tile. Turn it over. Now this is the froe. This is a very old tool used for splitting, very handy. And it basically does, you could do this with an axe, but yeah, you're going to get more of a rough cut. This is more accurate. It goes straight down the oak. One more. Okay, so it's cut in slightly, so I just need to move it just slightly there. And we've moved it round. I'm a bit worried because I can see here it's running away from the line, so the grain is running vertically down, but my cut is running off that area. So I'm going to turn it round. And we've got one more in there with quite a limited amount of wastage. And the last one on this quarter. Nice. See, a few of them have come off a bit short, but from that 1/4 we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and a half, and then 8. It's not bad. So from one round you're going to get 32 tiles roughly. It just takes a little bit of looking for the right edges and a bit of practice. As you can see, I've been here for a week and I've made about 700 so far, so I've got another 300 to do. But that's brilliant. That's my log cabin done with natural tiles from good old British oak. So the last process is to just axe down the sides and maybe give it a little bit of a wedge shape, because we are planting with wooden shingles and shakes. You have to overlap every third. So you can imagine if you've got thick tiles, it's going to be a very thick roof. So we try and make them like feather edge boards. So where you're screwing in is a thinner edge and it flares out slightly. So each one is flaring out slightly for the rain to come off. Okay, we've got a nice sharp carving axe. And this isn't always needed because obviously, you know, that's a good tile. I'm happy with that. But you can see there's just a little, you know, there's a bit of a bend on there. I mean, that's just the, you know, the natural oak. And on the other side, we've got a little bit of the sapwood. We want to take that off. So we want this to be straight. And they're not going to be perfectly straight, because that's the lovely thing about an oak shingle roof or a wood shingle roof. So I'm going to take out, this is a very sharp axe, it's a carving axe. Take off the sapwood so we don't have any rot. A little bit more at the bottom there, just on the other side. I just want to just take that middle out a bit. Now we're using oak. It's a very tough wood. Apparently, you know, shingles like this are going to last about 45, 50 years, even longer. You can use red cedar, sycamore as well. Obviously the pine, the cedars and stuff are going to be a lot softer, a lot easier to split, but they're not going to last as long. So I've got my tile. Now I want to basically make it slightly feathered edge. So I've got to choose which way the tile is going to sit. At the moment, this is the slightly thicker edge. So the tile's going to sit like that. This is the natural oak grain, so this is what goes on the top of the shake. So this is the water runs off the natural grain, and by doing that you keep all the resin in, you keep all the wood fibres in, and apparently it lasts a lot longer that way. So my aim now is just to basically take off 4 or 5 mil from this side here. Now I'm not claiming to be an expert on this. This is just obviously, you know, I've done a little bit of green woodworking, made a few chairs, a few stools, and this is something I really wanted to do. Apparently to tile my 3 metre by 5 metre cabin, it would have cost me about £800 in shingles anyway. So by doing this, I've bought 200 quid's worth of straight grained oak at about 1 foot length of round. All right, it's taken me about a week to do, but hey, it's all fun. And it's going to look amazing. So, there we have it. Nice and thin. Just grab a couple of others, just so we can get an idea. So they'll sit obviously at a slight angle. Angle that up like that. And on top, that's going to sit like that. Like that. And then on top of that, that's a third overlap. So it's a 1, 1, 2, 3. That's a third overlap. So even if there's a hole in the gap here, on the second one, it's going to get picked up by the lower tile. So that's it, simple stages to make your own oak shingle roof.